Tangaras. Also known as the T-set entered service on the 12th of April, 1988.
But just 1 year after it entered service, its first fatal crash had happened.
On the December 27, 1989, an 8-car Tangara service bound for North Sydney was riding along the Western Line.
The back 4 cars were known to be T14, 2 being motor cars in 51-7. T14 had a special livery, celebrating 25 years of double-decker trains operating on the network. T14 had just left Pendle Hill and was arriving at Wentworthville station until
the train derails, then got stabbed by an uprooted rail. The whole interior, smashed and broken. I will now show you what the news looked like a day after the incident.
Maintenance work has been blamed for yesterday's tragic derailment at Wentworthville, which killed a commuter. The man died several hours after he was freed from the wreckage. The state government today announced an independent inquiry on procedures for track repairs.
Railway workers were quick to suggest the derailment of the Tangara train at Wentworthville yesterday was due to a problem with the tracks. Boxing Day heat was blamed for buckling the rails. Transport Minister Bruce Baird confirmed complaints had been made about the tracks on Tuesday, and maintenance crews had moved in yesterday to rectify the problem.
As if the trains continued to go over that particular section of track, it would have been a fairly rough ride for a while. Evidence we have at this stage is that the actual maintenance being carried out was the major problem.
City Rail says the work was being carried out by a local maintenance crew 200 metres from the platform where the Tangara finally came to rest.
It would appear that the track actually misaligned under the train, causing the last 3 cars to derail.
Officials say the Tangara involved in the Wentworthville accident was travelling at 95 kilometres an hour. That's 20 kilometres an hour slower than the required speed limit. They say they're now centring their investigations on whether or not that speed limit should have been much lower in the maintenance area.
Now, the decision was made on the spot that the maintenance was not of a major nature and that a speed restriction wasn't required. In retrospect, one would question that decision.
All such decisions are now the subject of both an independent government investigation and a coronial inquiry following the death of the last passenger to be freed from the wreckage, 41-year-old Francis Pepper of Blacktown. Mr. Pepper died in hospital during the night.
But how could such a crash happen? Well, there is something called a railjack.
From railjack.
A railjack, also known as a derailer, is a tool to help derail trains.
They are used when there are maintenance works to prevent trains colliding into maintenance vehicles. The railjack was on the Tangara's path.
Now, there is a rumour that the driver was driving over a temporary speed limit set on the track.
At the end, 2 carriages from T14 were scrapped and taken due to excess damage.
T61-7 would immediately be scrapped, and 51-7 would end up at the abandoned Danhu railway station with C3866.
After years of being vandalised, they were finally sent to main trains offering for spare parts.
35 years on, and this would be one of many Tangara crashes.